Hey guys, Brian here with 100 Down, and as you know, I used to be a little bit of a fatty. In fact, I've lost almost 100 pounds over the course of the last year or so. And the top question that I get from people, at least the people who recognize me, is how did you do it? And the short answer to that question is actually in the beginning I tried a ton of different things. All the miracle products and miracle science, believe me, I've tried it all. Most of it is complete garbage, and the stuff that does actually work, I found out pretty quickly is kind of short term. You end up on that nasty little diet cycle that I'm sure we've all been on. Look, I'm 37 years old. I wanted to be around for my kids, and so as I got started in that process and started having some successes and some setbacks, I decided that I needed to completely change my approach. And so I set out to find, how do people who actually do this for a living actually lose weight? And how do they keep it off? And how do they sustain it? And how do they do it in a healthy way? I did not just want the crash diet. I wanted the real deal. So I set out for the answer, and I found bodybuilders and athletes have adopted kind of a common approach to this. And you say, well, if it really works, how come nobody's talking about it? And the answer is because there's no money to be made in this, right? Nobody's selling anything. There's no products to buy. This is purely a technique based on science, based on the way your body responds to food that you eat and workouts that you do. It's really simple. There's only 4 things that matter. Calories. I know nobody likes to hear that calories matter, but they kind of do. Protein, carbs, and fat. And the science behind it essentially says that if you can eat the correct ratio of proteins to carbs to fats, you can put your body into a mode to accomplish the goals that you have. So here's how the system works. The first thing you're going to do is figure out how many calories you're allowed to eat every day. And that's based on all kinds of factors, like how much exercise you do. It's going to depend on whether you're a guy or a girl, how much you weigh. There's a whole math formula that goes into this that's going to tell you, in order to lose weight, here are the number of calories that you need to eat, right? And I'm going to have a whole video that explains just that. The second thing you need to do, once you know how many calories, you're going to figure out, and again, I'm going to have a video that actually walks you through this process. You're going to figure out exactly the ratios of carbs to fat to protein that you need to be using in order to put your body into that fat burning mode. The next step is you're going to plug those into basically a mobile phone app. I use MyFitnessPal, and I'm going to show you in another YouTube video how to actually take that information, the calories, your macros, your goals, and you're going to plug that into MyFitnessPal, and you're going to use that app to build and track your food and your workouts over time. And the cool thing about that is you get to use this technology that's going to help you through this process, but it's going to keep track of everything for you. It's going to tell you, how many carbs do I still get to eat today? How much fat do I still get to eat today? And if you can plan those meals in advance and plan those meals using that tool, listen, you're going to lose weight. And it really is that simple. This entire YouTube channel is going to be dedicated to teaching you that process. Again, I am not trying to sell you anything. I'm just trying to pass along the knowledge. This is all based on scientific principles. Everything that I'm going to teach you here is backed by doctors. This is the real deal. It's not some quick fix. But the good news is if you can incorporate this into your life, not only are you going to lose weight, you're going to keep it off basically forever, because you're going to learn some healthy eating principles that apply specifically to you and your body. This stuff is so cool, and it has completely transformed the way that I think about food. So I'm hoping that in fact I know it's going to help you guys as well. Don't forget to click subscribe to the YouTube channel, because I don't want you to miss any of this. And again, I'm going to take you through this in detail. I'm going to hold your hand through the entire process. And honestly, it's really not that complicated. All we're trying to do is count calories, but with the added benefit of some scientific knowledge about how our body responds to carbs and fat and protein. So you're going to love this.